When you think back to your early days, like who was the most influential, important person like in your early days before you kind of like got your big breaks early on, that I don't know, showed confidence in you, that said you have something special? Was there a teacher or a fellow actor that really boosted your confidence?
My first year at drama school, my acting coach took me to one side after my first term and said, "You can't act."
Oh, never mind.
And I thought, and I'll just continue that. But, you know, it was a classical drama school, and it kind of the whole part of this process is like breaking you down. And but I think that was always also kind of true. It was about confidence and you know, at drama school, that's what it's for. It's to fail as well. So, but yeah, and it was actually my first play I did out of drama school, and the theatre director there, he taught me a lot.
Do you find it's like important to like reflect back often on the early struggles, even when you're succeeding? I mean, I would think that like, you know, that teaches you humility and gives you perspective, you know, as you progress in your career. I mean, it's important to kind of stay grounded. I know you're like obviously turned into a big asshole, but generally, I was halfway through an earnest question. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, but seriously, do you like think back to the early days when you're kind of like in these surreal moments?
Yeah, I know. Do you know? Because we've been doing Outlander for a long time, and even before that, saw some friends in London just at the premiere. I invited them along, and we were talking about things that we'd done in the past. I was like, I can't even remember these. It was so far. So long ago. But yeah, I mean, we've been doing the show for so long now, you can't help but look back and where we've come from. Even going to work every day on Outlander, you know, when we started, we were very green, and it was literally an abandoned warehouse where we filmed. There were like rats and dust, and it was just rubbish. And now we've got this amazing facility. So yeah, it's great to be able to look back and see how far we've gone.
Were you a good auditioner? Did you enjoy it? Like, I've talked to actors that like that relished it because it was an opportunity to act, and I've talked to actors that hated it with every fiber of their being.
Terrible, absolutely terrible. I went so many years of trying to like. So my first thing I thought was like, I saw these other famous actors. I would see Tom Ellis, I'd see Eddie Redmayne, I'd see these people going in, and they kind of walk in and they knew the casting director, and they'd hug them, and they'd have a coffee, and they're like, oh yeah, just come off the street and everything's cool. So I started always buying a coffee to go in with me. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, just had a coffee, you know. But then I'd go in and I'd be too high on caffeine and adrenaline. I'm like, okay. And one time I remember I was one of my first auditions in LA, and my manager, I was up for like a surfer guy, I think, and so he took me to the beach and made me get in the sea, and then I went to my audition like with my what do you call flip-flops? You guys call them thongs? And I went in and I'm like taking them off in the audition, and I think the casting director was just like, what the hell? Smelling of fish. What are you doing?
Wow. I'm sorry to, you went to the dark place.
Yeah. It was not good.
I think there's like a mysterious pile of audience questions perhaps. Thank you.
Oh.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
Oh, you guys wrote these in the dark. Well done.
Did. Okay. Let's see what we got here, guys. First whiskey, then tequila. What's next, Sam?
A good night.
Is there a whiskey mood and a tequila mood? What's the mood for each?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think people say, you know, tequila's an upper, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But this one is a sipper, I would say. You know, it is definitely something that you can just sit and enjoy, and it's delicious.
No, I'm very excited.
With good friends or people you don't know at all. It brings people together.
I'm excited for my...
Doesn't it, Jerry?
Look, just send me a case. You can call me whatever you like. I don't care. What three items would you put into a time capsule that represents Jamie and or Sam Heughan? I believe that's from Karen. A peeker. A Long Island peeker.
Karen.
Got some peekers out there, I assume, yes?
Wow. Wow, that's a good one. 3 items that represent Jamie. Probably Jamie's, either his kilt or probably his costume. Let's say that his kilt from season 1 kilt, his boots, maybe his dirk, because I'm still trying to steal that from set. I will get that dirk. And maybe something from my childhood. Probably weirdly a copy of Lord of the Rings. My family had owned these copies, and they're like really thick. They look like they're made in the 1900s, and really, really thin paper, and they're beautifully embossed. So one of them. And then maybe, I guess, a bottle of whiskey, right?
There you go.
Just
stay on brand.
Right.
Did you visit like the whole Lord of the Rings thing in New Zealand?
May have done something
Got
to
it.
do with that. Might be. I mean, it's Graham McTavish, so he will, of course, wax lyrical about.
I don't know if I've asked you. Did you ever go up for either
Yes.
timing-wise for Lord of the Rings or Hobbit?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I met Peter Jackson. I auditioned initially for an elf. Why do you laugh?
No.
It'd be a good elf.
You would have been an awesome elf.
What, do you think I'd be better at an orc or something, or like a?
I didn't say anything, so just stop.
Yeah, I could start making dwarf jokes, but I'm not. But I did. I met Peter Jackson, and it was for a character who then I believe became Arwen, I think. But yeah, initially it was this elf warrior, and it was like something like, orcs have been seen crossing the path, and you're just like, wow, this is cool. But no, unfortunately, didn't get the part.
Well, that was an emotional roller coaster we just went on together.
Yeah. I would love to. So they've obviously just shot the new Lord of the Rings show in New Zealand as well, and we met some of the people who had been working on that. And I'm really excited for them to see that show as well. I mean, it's a big show.
This is why I like, begrudgingly, Mr. Sam Yoon. He's a big old dork like me. He just hides it. I know. You like your Batman and your Dune and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the new Batman movie. I can't wait. It looks so good. And I haven't seen. I started watching Dune.
You haven't seen it yet?
On the plane over here, and I no, I have to watch this at home on a big screen. Like I just was like, no, I'm going to save this. It's going to be good.
Did you keep your Batman costume from your illustrious musical? Do you have the cowl or anything?
I have the cowl. Yeah.
Do you really?
I do. Yeah. It sits on my wardrobe. It's really difficult to get on and off.
Well, you're
not that I wear it. Just on a weekend or anything.
No.
Would be weird, right?
Batman coming to set, guys.
Yeah.
Let Sam do his thing. He'll take it off eventually.
Yeah. That's Sam.
Rachel wants to know
Rachel.
what your dream role is after Outlander ends. I mean, we alluded to kind of like different kinds of roles, but is there a specific role you have in mind, or a long career?
It's always a hard question because you're like, well, I guess you haven't. There are probably roles that haven't been even created yet. But I mean, as I said earlier, theatre would be great, and I would love to have a stab at Hamlet at some point. I think that would be a pretty cool, challenging role. Yeah.
Holly says, I'm marrying a Scot next year from Glasgow.
Yes, Holly. Brilliant. Are we all invited?
It's a big wedding.
Very quiet.
Any cultural tips to keep in mind besides keeping whiskey in the house for myself?
Well, congratulations, and I guess are you? Oh,
it's Holly.
Holly, everybody. Have a great wedding and enjoy. And I hope you guys have a Kaylee on the wedding night. It's a lot of fun. It's a Scottish dance, if you don't.
I mean, you could make up any word, and it would be like,
Kaylee.
yeah, okay, sure. Karen wants another Long Island Peaker, by the way.
Wow.
Karen. Sam is in New York often. Has Josh ever invited him to his home for dinner and a home-cooked meal? I should really read these before I say them out loud.
I met your wife.
You did?
As a wife.
What does that mean? And she's a normal, good human being.
She's normal.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
Well,
You're lovely.
very
Josh.
patient.
She's very patient.
You are hereby invited into my home for a home.
I am.
Yes.
Did you say I'm invited?
You're invited.
I'm invited.
This is like inviting Dracula into your home. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you're not supposed to do this.
Really? And what are we having for dinner?
What would you like? I can't cook, so this is going to be a shitty night for you.
Oh wow.
But we'll order in, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting the naked bagel guy.
No, it's not a...
Sounds like a nice. Wow.
No. There are bagels.
Yeah.
Totally separate from the naked cowboy. Literally nothing to do with each other.
Okay.
Okay. After this, we're all going to Times Square together, and we're going to visit the naked cowboy.
That's a good idea. How did they get the hole in the bagel?
We were talking in the beginning about running out of things to talk about. This is where we ended up. It's a miracle.
It's not a Scottish thing.
One of life's miracles.
Yeah.
Karen wrote two. We're going to give Karen a little love here. Karen, you're great. Karen, you can come up here when I'm done. What game show, reality show do you think you could win if you went on it? Do you watch reality shows? Do you watch any game shows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge documentary fan.
Okay.
I love docus, but a reality game show.
Wait, Survivor, Amazing Race?
Survivor would be, yeah, I have to say, I love Naked and Afraid. That is rough. That's rough, isn't it? But I would not do it with you. That would be awful. Oh, God.
I wouldn't do it with me either. Trust me. Don't worry. It's okay.
Where would we be sent? It would be somewhere really awful. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Have you ever been to a nude beach?
What? Sorry?
Nude beach? Where do you stand on nude beach?
Do you know, have you heard, I didn't realize, there's nudist hotels.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of them in New Jersey. I haven't been looking, but I believe there are a lot.
Look at your search history on your browser.
Yeah. There are obviously other hotels available. The Hedonism Hotel. Why do I know so much about this?
Keep talking. Go.
It's fascinating.
Well,
imagine you're checking in.
Yeah. Well, this is my first and last event at the 92nd Street Y. Thank you.
Obviously elevating the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you could be in any movie with Josh Horowitz, what movie would it be? I did not write. That's not my handwriting. That's...
What is it called? Like 3 Children and It or something? What is it?
3 Men and a Baby?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you're saying? We could raise a child together. That would be fun.
Or twins.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel like it's another Quasimodo joke, to be honest, but whatever.
Hey, that's not so bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What is your favorite place in Scotland? Also, your shoes are awesome.
Oh. Or was that for you?
No, that's all you.
We mentioned how that we did almost come dressed as each other.
Yeah, I'm really upset about that, to be honest.
The jacket,
because it does me no favors.
But mine's reversible.
It's great.
I don't know.
It's lovely. It's very stylish. Favorite place in Scotland?
What was the question? Favorite place in Scotland?
Yes.
Favorite place in Scotland? Well, I think we've said it a little bit before, and it's in the book as well, but I love going to the islands. I love getting a ferry, and there are a lot of little ferries. I think we got 5 ferries on the first Men in Kilts. So you're crossing all these tiny little islands, and they're just amazing because each one has its own kind of identity. And Lewis, where the Callanish stones are, is just incredible. You've got Harris there as well, which is very beautiful. But yeah, there are no trees pretty much on Lewis because it's so windy.
I don't know if it was the tequila, but I thought you were talking about like magical fairies for a second. I was like...
Oh, fairies.
Fairies.
Yeah. A lot of fairies. Yeah.
It's like, that sounds awesome.
Oh, that was a lot of tequila.
Yeah. My mom is watching this, by the way. So. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
What has Jamie Fraser taught you? No. What has Jamie Fraser taught you? Anya wants to know that. What has Jamie Fraser taught you?
Jamie has taught me, he's taught me a lot of things for the industry, I think. You know, for working in a TV show, for being a lead in a show, for... I don't know, like, personally, that's a really tough one. I don't think I'll ever know until I finish the show, if that makes any sense, because it's really hard to look outside when you're in it, and I do look back, but I think once it is all over, whenever that is, I think when I look back, it's gonna be really sad to say goodbye. I can feel that, and it's gonna be. But it's been a huge part of my life, so I will have a lot to thank Jamie for.
Do you think you'll like know when the time is right? Like, is it going to be in your gut? I would imagine it's going to be a collective decision between all the creators and you and Katrina, et cetera.
It's a conversation that people have started having, I think, you know, in the press as well. You know, I think it's just, we've been doing it for
No! I love just the guttural, instinctual, no! All right.
But everything comes to an end, and I know Diana's writing the end, and I think, you know, so it's interesting to see where we are now, and just we know where the journey is going. But yeah, I mean, God, it's been such a journey. So, yeah, we are. Obviously, you just have to start thinking about it. We have to start planning.
Are you involved at all with the conversations about, I guess they just announced they're going to do a prequel series.
Yeah.
Do you know what's in store? How that relates to?
I know only a tiny bit more. I knew it was in the wings. I knew that was happening. I didn't realize it was so far advanced. So I saw Diana obviously this weekend, and I think she was writing furiously, and I know that they were really excited. So yeah, I'm excited for them, and I'm slightly jealous as well. I wonder if I could get in that.
Yeah. I've been trying to get in your show for like 5 years, so
this
now
is
you know what it feels
Here's
like.
your opportunity.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
No. I need a scene with you. I don't want to be, you know, come on.
Well, do I have to play a child then?
Yes. Yes, they're going to shrink you down. Finally, you'll be shorter than me. Finally.
CGI me shorter. Yeah.
So next is season 7 of Outlander, and where are you guys shooting? Can you say where you're doing the next batch of episodes?
Next is, so we have the rest of this press tour, and then we'll go back to work. And we're obviously shooting in Scotland.
Right.
And I don't really know anything more about it. Can't say anything more.
I don't know. Our time is up. Let's have another sip. Have another sip before we go. No!
Is that it, Josh? Have you not got any more funny videos for us to watch?
Did we run all the videos? We did. I think we ran all the funny videos. But here's the good news. Well, I don't know what that was. But first of all, Outlander season 6 is days away.
Come on. Did you enjoy it?
Of course I enjoyed it. Honestly, this trip it was my first international trip in 2 years. Seeing this guy, surprising this guy, being a part of that premiere was amazing. We also got a ton of really fun stuff on the carpet. We drank a bunch of whiskey. That's going to be coming your way soon, so I'm going to share that with all you guys in the coming weeks. I got to meet some of your castmates finally that you've been keeping from me for years.
Yeah, I think they said that's the last time
they
do
didn't.
that.
No.
And you met some new cast as well.
I did. So I want to plug this honestly, this tequila is awesome. Congratulations on that. Everybody, I have a bunch of people to thank. I want to thank the 92nd Street Y for being such great hosts. I want to thank my buddy Sammy Heller, as always, for producing and helping me with this stuff. Yes, Sammy. I want to thank you guys for coming out and bringing all this great energy. And I want to thank the great, the one and only, the brilliant Sam Hewitt. Come on, give it up.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, everybody.
Come on. Hey, Dad.